Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, in this audio/video, I wanted to talk about the real reason why you're afraid to approach women, right? And I want to, get a little bit deeper into this topic and situation, right? And what I first want to say is this to sort of get you to understand where I'm going with this, right? What you got to understand about life is that life is all about moments. It's about taking in moments and then letting go of those moments. It's about taking in the moment and letting go of those moments. Right? So a lot of times when you guys are dating a chick, right, and you really like her, you have all this anxiety and all this fear because you're scared you might lose her. All right? There's this anxiety and fear that you're going to lose her. You get a girl's number, you go out on a date, you really like her, you want to see her again, you're thinking about her, but you're worried that she's not going to call you again, you're worried that you're never going to see her again, you're worried you're not going to have sex with her. So, there's just this fear of that happening, right? But you got to understand this, is that you're always going to lose the chick. You're always going to lose the girl. What do I mean by this? And I've talked about this, a few times before, is that a relationship is basically a series of moments. And so any relationship you have, with a chick or whatever, either you and that girl are going to break up, you're not going to see each other anymore. Or if you guys do, stay together, at some point you're going to die. She's going to die, you're going to die, it's going to happen, right? So it's not like you're going to be with this person forever. It's still a series of moments, right? See, the thing is, you cling to her because you cling to the idea of having her. So then you never really enjoy the moments you have with her because you fear losing her. So you don't even, you don't really enjoy the time because the whole time you're with her, you have all this anxiety and fear that you're going to lose her. So the moments that you're with the girl, you are, scared that she's going to go away or something's going to happen where you guys aren't going to be together. But at the end of the day, you're going to lose her anyway. Right? So how does this even, pertain to you being afraid to approach women? Right? And the thing that makes this, the reason why you're afraid is because you cling to the idea of what it means to be with a woman. So what happens is that when you approach a chick, you have this feeling of, oh, if I get her, I'm going to be happy. And if I don't get her, I'm probably going to be upset and sad that I'm not getting this girl or the girls that I want. Right? So you're clinging to the idea of what it means to get her. So sometimes you won't even approach because you're like, well, if I don't get her, I'm probably going to be upset. And if you do get her, you think, oh, well, I'm finally going to be happy if I get her. But then what's going to happen is what we were talking about earlier, is that anxiety is going to come up because you're going to fear losing her. Right? But what you got to understand is this, is that life is about taking in moments and letting go of those moments. Right? So that means that you should be fully engaged in the process of interacting with a woman, but at the same time, you have to let it go. So you have to enjoy the moment when you approach a girl, but then you got to let it go. So that means that you want to approach this girl because you desire to be with her. So you enjoy that process of approaching her, talking to her, interacting with her. But then let's say you don't get her. Let's say she doesn't give you the number. Let's say she's not interested in being with you. You got to let it go. Let go of that moment. Right? Let's say, you go up and approach a girl, you talk to her, you interact with her, and you do get her number. Right? You enjoy the process that it took and enjoy the fact that you got her number. But then once you've gotten her number, you got to let it go. Why? Because you may never see this girl again. Right? So again, like I said, life is about taking in moments and then letting go of those moments. See, the reason why you have that fear, that anxiety, is because you want to cling to those moments. You get a girl's number and you want to cling to that situation. You want to make sure that, she calls me, or I call her and she returns my call and I go on a date with her, then I have sex with her. And you understand? So you're clinging to the idea of what it means to be with her. So let's say, you approach this girl, you enjoy the moment, you approached her, you get her number, and you let it go. Let's say you call her, you set up a date, and you actually go on that first date. So now you enjoy the moment of that first date, and then you let it go. Right? You call her for a second date. You enjoy the moment of you calling her for that second date, and then you let it go. Because you might not even see her for the second date. You might not get the second date. So all you do is you take in that moment and you let it go. Let's say, you meet a new girl. You approach her. You talk to her. You enjoy that moment. And then what do? You let it go. Let's say you end up having sex with this girl. You enjoy that moment. You have sex with her. And then you let it go. Because if you cling to that, you're like, oh, I had sex with her. It was so good. And oh my God, I want to see her again. Oh, I hope I see her again. What happens if I don't see her again? Oh my God, I'm panicking. She didn't text me back. I texted her twice and she didn't. Oh, I'm upset. I'm so angry. You know why you're upset? You know why you're angry? It's because you're clinging to that moment. You're not letting it go. Again, life is about taking in moments and letting go of those moments. I was listening to this dude. He's a great philosopher. This dude named Alan Watts, right? He said something to the effect of, you don't really live if you cling to life. And he was basically using the example of when you breathe. Like, think about when you breathe. You take in the breath and then you let it go. You breathe out. You take in the breath and then you let it go. Now, when you're breathing, You don't take in the breath and hold it because you can't live that way, right? What do you have to do? You have to let it go. So a lot of the anxiety that you feel, a lot of the fear that you have when it comes to this game is because you're trying to cling to these moments. And all you have to do is just really enjoy the moment, be engaged in that moment, but then let it go.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.